Hello, YouTube family. What a joy to be back with you guys again. Been a minute, but I'm back. And I hope that you missed me because I missed you all. Got a lot of information to go over today with sports. We are going to be talking about the Olympics, NFL football and college football is in the air. We got some announcements to make of some individuals that are getting honors. And we're going to start off with, first of all, as I always do, hit that like button, that subscribe button, smash that bell so every time a show drops, you'll be notified. And subscribe. Pass it along to some friends and family. I want the show to continue to grow as it has from day one. Day one, I had 100 people looking at me. Now I got close to 2,000 subscribers. So I want to keep that momentum going. And today, we're going to be bringing up some topics that down below, I really would like your opinion on what we're going to be talking about. For instance, transgender boxing in the Olympics. I want your opinion on it. NBA players going to the Olympics. And one of them that's a superstar and almost the face of the NBA, but he's definitely the face of his team, did a DNP, did not play. We'll go into that in detail later on, but let's start off with, I want to pay tribute to, as you know, I'm always HBCU backing and bringing information, but this is close to home. When I say close to home, a legend has passed here in Houston, Texas. Coach Robert Morland, who coached the TSU Tiger basketball team for like 20 years. All type of wins and achievements, a national championship. I'm actually going to read to you what the university even put out about Coach Morland. As you know, our basketball floor has his name on it. So you don't get your name on the basketball floor if you had not achieved anything. So that alone lets you know about Coach Morland. I can remember when we were attending Texas Southern back in the day, Adams Gymnasium, from the moment he got there, his teams were exciting and dynamic, well coached, and winners. If you didn't get to the game 15, 20, 30 minutes ahead of time, you're going to get in by halftime. That's why a lot of my fellow alums that were back in the day with me, we look at the beautiful gym that we now have, H&PE Arena on campus, sitting about 8,000. It would have came in really handy when Coach Morland first got to TSU and started winning, because you used to have to wait 20 minutes before they would start the game to let the people in. The old gymnasiums at that time had one way in and one way out, and so it would take a long time. But anyway, let's talk about Coach Morland's accomplishments. Coach Morland, had the opportunity to talk with him once. Nice man, very soft-spoken. But as you know, I've had his Hall of Fame guard on the show also, Marcellus Singleton, that spoke about Coach Morland. He was soft-spoken, but he demanded a lot from his team, and that's why they won. TSU mourns the loss of basketball legend Robert Morland. Just bear with me. I think he deserves for this to be read. Texas Southern University family lost a legend as former head men's basketball coach and professor Robert Bob Morland passed away this past Monday. I think that would have been July the 30th. So he passed on July the 30th, and once again, this is Friday, August the 2nd. The all-time winningest head coach in TSU history with 406 wins. Morland served as TSU's head basketball coach from 1925 to 2001. In addition to a one-year stint from 2007 to 2008, he retired. And in between coaches, they were kind of late finding one, and he stepped in, and they won that year. A SWAC Hall of Famer, recently named TSU Hall of Famer, Morland guided TSU to 6 20-win seasons, 1 30-win seasons, 5 SWAC conference championships, 2 SWAC co-championships, and 3 conference tournament champions. He also won 5 SWAC Coach of the Year honors. 5. In other words, during his stay there, 5 times the coaches and the SWAC and the conference decided that he was the best. And was named American Wire Service 1994 National Coach of the Year, and was crowned the 94 and 95 American Wire Service National Black Coach Champion. He also coached 3 national scoring champions in Harry Kelly 2 times, and current Vice President of Intercollegiate Athletics, Dr. Kevin Granger. Yes, the same Kevin Granger that's the athletic director at Texas Southern was a hooper. And I mean a real hooper at Texas Southern University under Morland. Morland also recruited a plethora of all-time greats in TSU basketball history, career leaders in scoring, 3-pointers, steals, assists, rebounds, block shots were recruited by Morland. One more time, that's every category you can go through. People that played under him led that. And TSU's been around a way. TSU actually won a national championship in 51, if I'm not mistaken, in another conference, but they were NIA champions. Morland, a native of Utica, Mississippi, led TSU to the highest heights on the hardwood as he won an NIA national championship in 1977 and led TSU to his first ever trip to the NCAA tournament. In 1990 alone, with 2 other tournament appearances in 94 and 95. Morland started his coaching career at Greer High School in Cartilage, Mississippi. Coached from 1962 to 63. The following year, he went to Utica Junior College in Utica, Mississippi, and made an immediate impact as he won 78% of his games. 78% of his games over a 12-year period, which saw him win 20-plus games, 10 years. Just think about that. Out of 12 years of coaching at the junior college rank, he won 20 games 10 times. That's 200 wins right there. If you put that with the 400 Texas Southern, he's got 600 wins. Just think about that. He won 10 winning seasons of 20 games or more in 12 years at junior college. Let's continue. Upon his retirement from coaching, Morland remained at Texas Southern as a professor in the Department of Health and Kinesiology. Morland earned his bachelor's degree in physical education from Tougaloo College in Mississippi in 1962 and his master's in 69 and doctorate in 72 from the University of Indiana. Along with his SWAC Hall of Fame honor, Morland received the SWAC Alumni Association Lifetime Achievement Award and contribution to the Southwestern Athletic Conference in 2009. He is also a member of the Tougaloo University and Hines Community College Hall of Fame. In 2010, TSU officially names its basketball court inside the H&P Arena after Morland. And I just want to give Coach Morland his flowers once again. We did that before his passing a year or so ago when I had Marcellus on, Singleton, one of his star players on. We documented how great Coach Morland was, but I want to let everybody in my listening audience know TSU had a champion when they had Coach Morland. Okay, so we're going to go on past that, paying tribute to Coach Morland at Texas Southern University. We want to go and stand in basketball and in the SWAC. There's something going on at FAMU. FAMU hired, my last show I told you about FAMU hiring a coach, Patrick Creary. He's coming from a college at NAIA. 40 years old, he was signed to a 3-year, $450,000 contract. But FAMU's Board of Trustees got to looking at it and thinks that there could have been a better choice. Reminds me of our situation here at Texas Southern. As you guys may not know, Texas Southern at one time on our football coaching search, we had Fred McNair all but signed up and showing up to take his press conference. before board of trustees here at Texas Southern decided to make a change. So this is what's occurring at FAMU. FAMU has gotten together and decided that, okay, they're going to change the contract to a 1 year. It's going to be a opportunity for him to show what he can do. And the guy looks like he's got a nice record. He's got 67 wins and like about 20 losses in the NAIA, and he's been to 3 consecutive NAIA tournaments. So he looks to be a winner, but you know, the powers that be, sometimes they want window dressing when you, it's just like Coach Morland, I just told you, just left Utica before he got to Texas Southern. He was a winner in junior college in Texas, and he had taken his team to the junior college championship. And as this guy has taken his team to an NAIA tournament. You got to have trust in the people that you put in charge, that their eyes can see what they need for that particular position. So FAMU has a female athletic director, and she thinks that he was the guy to get the program turned around. They've had 17 consecutive years of losing at FAMU in basketball. And if you know about FAMU, they try to be the bell ringer for SWAC and black historically colleges, and that they want to lead the way. So they're not enjoying 17 years of losing in basketball. So she thought she had found the guy, but once again, the board of trustees have hit the brakes and decided they didn't let him go all together like we did with Fred McNair, Texas Southern. They kept him for a 1-year deal to show if he can handle the situation. Now, going on, HBCU, I got news to talk about the football. Last show, they were getting ready in a couple of weeks to have excuse me, I'm trying to get my paper together here about SWAC. They were going to have the SWAC conference for football. Now, let me give you the preseason picks in the SWAC. In the Eastern Division, they got Alabama State picked to win the East. They got FAMU number 2, Jackson State number 3, and Alabama A&M real close. I feel like out of those top 4, any one of those actually could win. But Alabama State's key to winning the East is going to be the quarterback that was once here at Texas Southern, Andrew Body. If Andrew can regain the form he had his freshman year and the first part of his sophomore year before he got hurt, Alabama State is going to have to be dealt with, because they're returning a lot of players on one of the top defenses out of the SWAC. So Alabama State is picked in the East. In the West, they got Alcorn State is picked. They got Prairie View 2nd. They got Grambling State 3rd, and they got Southern 4th. And they got my school, TSU, picked 6th to bring up the rear. But I think we can surprise a few people. I actually think that Texas Southern can surprise a few people and finish in that top 3. I really think they can. And they're going to get an opportunity to show what they have real soon when the season opens up. They got a murderous row schedule they're going to play in a row, just back to back. Southern, Grambling, Jackson State, back to back. So we're going to find out real quick where they're going to finish. Now, the players that are being picked for SWAC, consideration all SWAC, we have one here at Texas Southern, Jacob Williams, call him J. Will. But I think this young man actually has the opportunity to go to the next level. And I've spoke about him once before. I've actually spoke with his dad and told him that I'm proud of him, the improvement he's made every year. And that's what you look for in a player, not just in college, but in the pros. There's some pros that are terrible free throw shooters from the first year until the 10th year when they leave out. I mean, that's your job. It seems like you should be able to improve on that. So what I saw about Jacob Williams initially when he was a freshman was his speed stood out. as a linebacker. And I'm telling you right now, the NFL loves speed, definitely at the linebacker position. When you can go sideline to sideline, they're going to give you a look. So I felt like his freshman year, I said, like, this kid got great speed for a linebacker. Second year, he improved, got playing time. He was getting to the spots, but his tackling wasn't like it should have been. Let me just say that. You know, he was missing a few of them. And I said at the end of the sophomore year, I said, if this kid can get his tackling together, he's going to be dynamite. And so last year, he got his tackling together, and voila, what happened? He become an all-SWAC linebacker. And this year, he's already pre-nominated to be all-SWAC linebacker again. So I think the sky's the limit for Jacob Williams. If he can just be dedicated and to making himself better, continue to improve his tackling, because he has the speed to go from sideline to sideline. And I think he's going to do well. They also have Jace Wilson, the quarterback that came in and replaced Andrew Body last year and had a pretty good season for someone they were not depending on. He had a good season. If he can duplicate what he did last year, this is what's making me say that I think the Tigers can fool some people and win some games they're not predicted to win. So they got Jace Wilson, second team quarterback, all SWAC, and Jacob Williams, first team, all SWAC linebacker. They got two other players that are offensive linemen on the second team. So this is what gives me hope for Texas Southern in regards to the upcoming football season. Okay, and first of all, we're going to find out about Alabama State and Andrew Body to see if his health is better in the first game. They're going to be on national TV. Alabama State is going to play North Carolina Central. So we're going to get to see a read on Andrew real soon. As you know, I was very high on Andrew from day one. And he didn't disappoint until he got hurt. He had a hard time last year trying to overcome his shoulder. Shoulder injury is something else, you know, and when you're playing football and you got to throw that ball, and trust me, if they know you've had shoulder surgery, when those tackles come in there to sack you, they're going to try to land on it. So, but after speaking with his dad says that he's back 100%. So this is why Alabama State is picked. But anyway, let's go with HBCU football go. They're going to have a schedule this upcoming season that Tuskegee is going to play Grambling, September the 7th, on TV. HBCU Go is free. Savannah State is going to play Southern. Tennessee State is going to be at UAPB, 9-4. Clark Atlanta is going to play Bethune-Cookman, 9-21. Alabama State is going to play Bethune-Cookman, 9-28. UAPB is going to be at Alabama State, 10-12. And UAPB is going versus Grambling, 10-12. Now, on the SWAC digital channel, if you notice, Bethune-Cookman is going to be on there 3 times. And Bethune-Cookman may have won 3 games over the last 2 years. That's HBCU Go. But on the SWAC digital, Texas Southern is going to be on 4 times. And it's going to be a good scenario for people to be able to see TSU. And the Battle of the Bands is going to be occurring. HBCU Battle of the Bands is going to be like 2 weeks before the Labor Day Classic. Oh, and by the way, let me introduce the Labor Day Classic to you guys, my listening audience. You know, I always have, at the beginning of the year, SWAC, that is, football, what I call TSU's and Prairie View Fill the Stands. So I'm asking everyone so far, the last 2 years have been great. It was packed at Prairie View, and we had a good crowd for TSU at the Shell Energy Stadium. So I'm looking for all of my maroon and gray people to be. We're going to flood the Prairie View campus and show them about these Tigers this year. So Texas Southern is playing Prairie View August the 31st in the Labor Day Classic. And once again, I want the maroon and gray to fill the stands. We're going to have a very productive season, I think. I feel like the The predictions they have for the East and the West are right on the head for the first two, maybe. And when you get into three, I think a few teams can get up in there. But that's what I have going on with the SWAC. Now, the other big thing we got going on right now is the Olympics. Today is Friday once again, and I know all of you track heads are happy it's finally here. The preliminary starts today for track and field. We've been having swimming, volleyball, tennis, basketball, all these things, but the track is going to get started up today, Friday. So we have some upsets to report already in the Olympics, and one of them being Coco Gauff. Got sent home this past week. She got beat in tennis. Got Naomi Osaka. Got sent home back to Japan. I don't think she really lives there now. She has family there, but she got sent home. When I say sent home, she got beat. So women's basketball has won 57 straight Olympic games. And I don't see anybody beating them. So I got them definitely picked to win the gold. Men's basketball, the men's are 2-0. Today is Friday. Tomorrow they play, Shaylin, help me out. Men's basketball tomorrow play Puerto Rico. And Puerto Rico is 0-2, so I look for them to win, playing Puerto Rico. But their sternest test, I think, is going to come from either Germany. You got Germany and Canada and possibly Australia. But I'm looking at Canada and Germany is going to be the two ones that's going to get them the best game, I think. They just played this past week South Sudan. And the good thing about that was South Sudan, a newly formed country, 2011. I just found that out watching the Olympics. And here they are, 13 years later in the Olympics. They won the first game of their history this year. They beat Puerto Rico. And United States beat them 2 days ago, Wednesday. And the reason why is that they almost beat United States and America in a warm-up game. So they got America's attention. So America played them hard Wednesday night and beat them. So, but they're going to be good. They're athletes, you know. And I don't want to say something stereotypical, but you know, you got African people that, you know, they're athletic naturally. And so once they get the knowledge of the game and the intricacies of it, and some of the guys on that team already are playing college ball in America, and you could see they know how to play. I give them 2 more Olympics, and they're going to have to be dealt with. Heck, it might be the next one 4 more years from now. But the men's basketball, one more time, is playing Saturday, Puerto Rico. Gymnastics, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Simone Biles has now become the greatest of all time gymnastic performer as a female. She has 9 medals. She's won 6 golds, 1 silver, and 2 bronze in her career. She just won the individual floor Thursday. This is Friday, I keep letting people know. She won the individual medal, and Suni Lee, teammate, won the bronze. Now, tomorrow, Saturday, she's going for a couple more individual gold medals. So Simone Biles has showed us once again that she is the greatest. And if you have not seen her, just watch it. Go to YouTube and watch one of the highlights. This lady takes off on a mat and jumps up in the air and does 3.5 somersaults. Can you believe that, Shayla? That's crazy, ain't it? I mean, running on the floor, stop, jump, and do 3.5 somersaults. You know, I can remember getting on a diving board And it took me a year to learn how to do a 1.5 after so many face smashes and what have you. But this lady does a 3 and 3.5 on the board. So she's super. Okay, moving on. I want to interject a little something here that I talked about last show. I want everyone listening to me here in the Houston area or outside the Houston area, you are welcome to come on August the 23rd, the Maroon and Gray Alumni Chapter of Texas Southern University is putting on a gala. It's going to be at Buffalo Soldier Museum on Caroline Street. It's going to be a Harlem Renaissance type theme gala. You know, put your spats on, your black and white shoes, and look like Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor in Harlem Nights. But if not, you know, you can still come. You don't have to dress like that if you don't want to. But go to maroongray.com. Let me say that again, maroongray.com, and purchase your tickets. maroongray.com. We also are selling advertisement. Inquire about it when you get to the page. And also you can get a table. A couple of my clients, as you know, I'm in the financial planning and insurance. A couple of my clients have bought a table, and so you can get a table. And all proceeds, 100%, go to TSU Athletic Department. You know, we're trying to help them as much as you can. This arm of the Alumni Association, because you got many more, is specifically designed to help the athletic department. And that's what we're trying to do, is help the athletic department. So one more time, go to maroongray.com to get your tickets. Information is right there, soon on the front page. And get your tickets and let some other friends know about it. Okay, moving on. We're going to talk about baseball. Last time I spoke, the Astros were in the process of trying to make a comeback. Guess what? They've made that comeback and they're leading now. The one best thing that's happening for the Astros is, as my friends and I that played baseball with me at TSU were saying, that they're fortunate to be in the West Division, the worst division in baseball, the American League West. You got the American League West, you got the Astros, 56 and 52, the Mariners 57 and 53. So they're like a half a game ahead of them. The Rangers are 52 and 57, the defending World Series champs. They've been on a little run. But the reason why I gave you their record was, you go over to the East, the Orioles are 65 and 45. My point being, it's going to be kind of hard for them to be a wild card team. You know, they're going to be wild card teams. Wild card teams have the best record after the conference winners. And that's why I say it behooves the Astros. One more time, it behooves the Astros to win the West, because their record may not be good enough to come in as a wild card. And the reason why I say that, the Boston Red Sox are 57 and 50 in third place in the East. They already have a better record than the Astros. The Yankees are 65 and 45 in the East. They already have a better record than the Astros. In the Central, Cleveland 66 and 42. Royals 61 and 49. The Twins 59 and 53. They already have a better record than the Astros. So it behooves the Astros to win that division so that they can get in. In the National League, the Phillies are leading the East. The Braves are second place, and the Mets are in third. The Dodgers are leading the West. Padres are second place, San Diego Padres. And the Arizona Diamondbacks are in third. The Brewers are leading the American League Central. Milwaukee Brewers, 61-47. The Cardinals, St. Louis Cardinals are 56 and 53. And the Pirates are 55 and 53. Okay. Now we're going to go to Let me find out this schedule that we were going to do. What I want to do is talk about the Olympics again, and I want your opinion on, there was a boxing match Thursday. A young lady from Italy was facing a transgender person from Algeria. She took one hit in the face and decided to stop. And she said that, you know, she could tell the difference from that one punch, that her opponent was not hitting with female power. He was hitting with, well, I said he, I'm sorry. We don't want to get into this transgender thing, but this person's power was felt more than what the female power she had been boxing against for years, and she called it a day. So right now, down below, I know you've read and you've heard the situation that's going on now, all the discussion about it's not fair, it's not right, and they're trying to bring politics into it because of the transgender, trying to make sure that they're not discriminated against. But in the interim, you can't have a female be discriminated and taken advantage against also. So let me know down below what you think about. What's your 2 cents on this transgender thing? And if you saw that boxing match, what you think about people that were once males calling themselves females now and participating against females. My opinion on it, you know, do like the young lady did from Italy. If it doesn't feel right, stop. No need in you getting hurt. No need in you getting hurt. And so there's a lot to be said, and I want to hear your opinion on it. Today's episode is sponsored by 2 of my first sponsors that I greatly appreciate. Dr. Phyllis Morgan, a dentist located on Stella Link. Also, Gerald Womack, a developer located here in 3rd Ward, Texas. These are 2 great people that have come aboard. And all you other listeners that are contemplating maybe getting your name out of your business, give us a thought and a shout. You can always email me at fatlarrypodcast@gmail.com. fatlarrypodcast@gmail.com. This is how these 2 individuals got in touch with me. Next, we're going to talk about NFL football, and we're going to talk about Andre Johnson. He's going to be the first Houston Texan to go into the Hall of Fame. The first. And what I'm going to do is read you the inductees that are going to go into the Hall of Fame tomorrow in Canton, Ohio. And they're going to have some people that I think are great players that are going to be in there. Really great players. Okay. Now, I just turned on the computer. Now, Sha'Carri Richardson turns head with dominant Olympic debut. Good. So before we get away, we already can look at some of the running that has occurred today. As you know, they're probably 7 hours ahead of us, so they've already ran. Being that London is 6 hours ahead, and having experience going to London, it's good that we got the laptop right here. It says that Sha'Carri Richardson turns heads with dominant Olympic debut. And let me see, what does she do? I think the 200 is going to probably be her toughest race. I don't know if she's going to be strong enough to handle Shericka Jackson from Jamaica. I hope in the 200 is going to probably be Gabby Thomas. She wins the 100-meter dash during the day 2 of the track. And she is going to be ready. So the NFL, I just wanted to give you that update. The NFL, we're going to have Andre Johnson, Hall of Famer. as a wide receiver. Julius Peppers, the sack master. I don't know if he's going in as a Packer or either a Panther. He was drafted by the Carolina Panthers. He came out of North Carolina University. My guess is he'll probably be a Panther. Dwight Feeney, he's another sack master from the Indianapolis Colts. Great defensive tackle. We have Patrick Willis, a linebacker from the 49ers when they were winning all those Super Bowls. And you got Devin Hester, one of the most dynamic return men ever. Probably the #1 return man in the NFL. This is why it took him a while to become, because they were trying to decide whether or not should we put a return guy in the Hall of Fame. But he played wide receiver sparingly also, but you did not want to kick the ball to Devin Hester, because what Devin Hester did was flip the field. You got them down deep in their territory, you kick him the ball, next thing you know, he runs it out to your 20. So now they got good field position. And so Devin Hester was a game changer. So it took a little while, but as Deion Sanders says, if it was easy, everybody would be running kickoff and punt returns back. Just because Devin Hester made it look easy, it wasn't easy. You got Randy Grandershire with the Denver Broncos. And you got Steve McMichael that just passed this particular year, was added into the Hall of Fame. Those two gentlemen are deceased. So one more time, we got Andre Johnson, Julius Peppers, Dwight Feeney, Patrick Willis, Devin Hester, Randy Grandershire, and Steve McMichael. Steve McMichael as inducted into the Hall of Fame. This is Friday. It's going to be Saturday that they're going to be inducted. Now, last but not least, I want to ask you guys again, as I always do every year, and that is, if you are in the vicinity of one of these HBCU games, SWAC, MEAC, SIAC, CIAA, it doesn't matter, because the universities, all of them need your participation. They need your money. Just keeping it real, they need your money. You know, these NIL deals that the PWIs are able to do, predominantly white institutions, you know, it's no secret. You know, there is no competition between HBCUs trying to go get an athlete and pull him away with an NIL deal. It ain't gonna happen because they don't have the funds. You got some that has NIL deals in the SWAC and black colleges, but very few. And a deal for them might be $1,000 or $2,500 versus a deal for major universities. You got guys making $1 million, and those not making $1 million making $100,000. You know, so there's no comparison. So this is why I beg the listening audience, if you are close to an HBCU game, take the time, take the family out to go see them. The university will gladly and greatly appreciate your contribution. And one more time, as I can just keep it real, and that is that all of them need your funds. They need your money. You know, it's the only way they're going to be able to continue. What I also want to say is that starting in the future, I am going to have anyone that wants to try to be the guest speaker, or not guest co-host, I think that's what it is, guest co-host on the show, go to fatlarrypodcast@gmail.com. fatlarrypodcast@gmail.com, and let me know if you'd like to become one of the co-hosts. We've already had 2 winners, 2 people to show up. I did 2 on one show and 1 on the other show. So you will be picked. One more time, go down below, contact me, or either go to fatlarrypodcast@gmail.com and let me know if you're interested in co-hosting the show. Also, go there and let me know if you want some of our merchandise. We have t-shirts, we have hoodies, and we have long sleeve t-shirts with Sports Talk with Fat Larry on them, okay? I've actually just about all the t-shirts and the hoodies I used to show, I'm getting some more made. They're gone, they're sold. So that's why I don't have them behind me. So I'm in the process of waiting on some more so I can put them behind me to show you what they look like. But go to fatlarrypodcast@gmail.com and let me know what size you wear and what color you want. T-shirt, long sleeve, or hoodie. Last but not least, go to fatlarrypodcast@gmail again and let me know if you want to sponsor. If you want to be a sponsor on the show. You know, so you'll reach a listening audience that should be able to help you. So I would greatly appreciate that if you would do that, listening audience. And so one more time, I'm so happy to be back. I look forward to seeing you guys sooner than later. I hope everyone, now it's hot here in Houston. I don't know where you are, but I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. And don't get in that sun and have someone let me know that there was a problem. So, but anyway, I want everyone to have a great weekend. Peace out.